Dan, I'm Kera, your social worker that you're going to be meeting with today. Would you like to step into my office?
Of course.
Hi, Dan. Before we get into anything today, I would like to clarify what confidentiality is. Do you have an understanding of confidentiality?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, basically what it is, everything you tell me is kept privately unless I see signs or words from you that state that you're a harm to yourself, a harm to others, and if there's child abuse taking place or elderly abuse taking place. Everything else is kept confidential. So what brings you in today?
I was recently arrested for a DUI and for assaulting a police officer.
So were you referred to these services?
It wasn't initial. I kind of had a mental breakdown last week, tried to kill myself. My girlfriend called the ambulance, they came pick me up. I stayed a few nights in the psych ward, and then they referred me to you to make sure that I wouldn't be a danger to myself or anyone else.
Sounds like you've been going through a lot of struggles lately.
Yeah.
So the arrest was before the attempt?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about the arrest? And you said you got arrested for a DUI.
Mm-hmm. I was driving home one night, and my buddy called me, told me to come out to the bar, you'd buy me a drink or two. I said, okay. Told me as long as I drove him home, so it's fine. So went out, had a few beers, ended up driving him home, got pulled over. Officer said he could smell beer or something like that. I didn't know how. I only had a few beers. Asked me to step in the car. I said, sure, fine, whatever, you know. So stepped out, did a sobriety test, did it pretty well. And then he asked if I would blow. I said I didn't want to. I felt like I was fine. I feel like it's a waste of both our times. He said I could blow now, or you could take me down to the station and do it. I said, fine, I'll do it now. Go get you off my back. I blew a .09, which is right over. Told me he was going to take me in for a DUI. I told him it's bullshit, you know. He had to agree to it somehow. How can I be, you know, like .01 over? Trying to put me in handcuffs. I hate when people touch me. People do not touch me. I told him to get his hands off me. Didn't. Punched in the face. He called for backup. I just stood there and I was like, just get off me. I'm going home. Tried to leave. Wouldn't let me leave. My buddy's no fucking help. He's sitting in the car laughing his ass off drunk. And other cops showed up. They tased me, took me down, and dragged me out to jail.
Wow. That's really hard.
Yeah, it was.
Especially when you felt like you were okay to drive.
It blew my mind that I could be like over by that much, and I mean, a DUI is just a problem. It's something I didn't need. I'm having trouble making rent. I'm trying to save up money to buy a ring, propose to my girlfriend. You know, I'm doing all these things, trying to be a good human being, and then I get pulled over, and it's just that fucking much that screws me over, and that's not cool.
Yeah, it must be very hard for you. So now you're going to be working with the courts, and do you have a lawyer to defend yourself?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, well, we can provide one for you.
Okay.
And look into some more information about that, and I'll give it to you after this session today, if that's okay with you.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, perfect. Can you tell me a little bit about your suicide attempt, if you'd like to?
Yeah, it really bummed me out. I can't believe that I had to call my mom. She's crying, you know. Told my girlfriend, she was pissed. Felt like, you know, everything was kind of against me, and it just made me sad that, you know, that I, you know, got fucked like that. Sad that I couldn't do anything about it. I would just sit in my room. Girlfriend left. Just feeling low. Didn't really know what to do. I had a bunch of pills for I had my wisdom teeth removed. and popped them all, passed out, woke up in the hospital. Apparently the girlfriend had gotten off early, came home, found me on the ground, couldn't wake me up. She took me in, they brought me back, and then they kept me there because they thought I was going to try something again, and I regret it now. It was
Moment of weakness.
Yeah. I mean, now that I think back about it, it blows my mind that I would even try, but I mean, we all get low sometimes, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with everything going on with the DUI, and you've been hardworking and trying to provide for your future fiance and help out yourself and work as much as you possibly can be to be the best human you can, and it's like you keep getting dumped on, basically. It must be really hard for you.
It is. I just was kind of at the end of my rope, but they let me out after a few days, and they decided that I needed to come here and talk to you if I was going to stay out. Otherwise, I was going to get taken back and put back in the ward.
Yeah, it is nice to talk, especially to a stranger, about everything that's on your chest. It's nice to get that out and in the open, and hopefully, if you decide to continue coming, then we can work through everything. We can work on your anger management and figure this stuff out. Plus, it'll look good for your DUI case. Are you required to take anger management classes as well?
Well, yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought of myself as an angry person. I guess there are just a few things that people do that like really trigger me that you're not supposed to do. Like don't ever touch me. Like people that touch me that I don't know about it, it's something that I do not appreciate. I hate when like people that just, it's always this like one stupid little thing. Like someone will just be like shoving their food in their mouth. It just fucking pisses me off. Or like someone will be slurping their soup, and it drives me insane. And I don't know why. It's just like little things that will push me right over the edge, and I really need to get a hold of that.
Yeah, get ahead of it. Seems like you have a lot of little pet peeves that bother you.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to let it get out too much. I try not to, lose my temper, and I don't. I usually just, but, I mean, obviously now people worry because it's come up and it's caused problems. So I realized I need to get a hold of it. I need to talk to someone about it, figure out the root of it, and find methods to control it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're gonna find some different mechanisms that you can use to help get that anger out and in a positive way. Now, what kind of problems were you referring to?
What do you mean?
About your anger, you said that there was a lot of problems that had been caused by it.
I've had difficulty with various things. I mean, my father and me don't have a very good relationship anymore. We got into a fight a few years back, and ended up turning from verbal into physical, and we don't really talk much anymore. I mean, he still, is concerned about me and everything, but we find it best if we're just not near each other. It's a little bit safer, a little bit, I guess just better for both of us, which is kind of sad because, I love my dad. It's just, he does things and says things that I really don't appreciate, and I tell him to stop. When he gets on his rants, he doesn't stop, and then I just lose my cool. And, I don't know, I mean, there are other times where it just, it gets out of hand, and I hurt people that I care about. And whenever something like that happens, I always I always bring it back. I always apologize. I always feel bad afterwards. Just in the moment, I don't feel bad. I just feel angry, and I just want to take it out on someone. And I can't do that because, I mean, if I can't control it with my dad, like what happens when my fiance says something? God knows I don't want to hurt her. God knows I never want to do anything to her. But I mean, I don't know. If something could happen, and I don't want it to happen.
See, that's where we just get ahead of this and find positive ways to express your anger. And that way, for when you and your girlfriend decide to take the next step, you won't be so worried about yourself. You'll be able to trust yourself some more around her. And as for your father, what type of things do you guys butt heads about? Because like you said, you do love him, and you guys would have a good relationship if you guys didn't butt heads all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's usually about politics. I mean, you're not supposed to talk about religion or politics with, family or people you care about, but it always seemed to come up, and I don't know, we were talking about Obama, and my father is very, very conservative Republican, and I'm kind of like right down the middle. But we just started talking about his policy and everything, and then he crossed the line from talking about policy and just bashing, and I was like, dude, you just need to, relax, like. And he wasn't relaxed, and he was going on and on and on and on, and then I told him he better shut up, because, tired of hearing it, and he didn't, and kind of all went downhill from there. Ended up stopping, because Mom was screaming at the both of us, and my brothers were trying to hold us apart, and then everything kind of cleared, and I looked, and I started crying. Told him I was sorry, told me he was sorry, and we just kind of walked away. And I don't know, I'd like to repair the bond, but I mean, I don't know how. I don't know what to do or say. It's just, how do you go back from something like that? I lost my cool.